Hello everybody, welcome back to Grim's Garage, and today I am finally being able to open and observe the Real Ghostbusters with Fright Features 4-figure set. And I say finally because I think these have been out in my area for about 2 months. I found the first 3 relatively quickly, but a week apart. Winston, took me 2 months to find. I broke down, ordered them on eBay. Here we are. We're going to take a quick look at all these guys in their packaging, and then I'm going to get them open and take a closer look. Fright Feature Actions. Winston Zeddemore and Scream Roller Ghost. Look at some of the pictures and features on here. Sure, most of the back is going to be the same for most of them. Next up, we have Peter Venkman and Gruesome Twosome Ghost. I'm loving all the reissues of all of our old favorite toys. Such a delight. Because I get to open them again. I don't feel bad for opening something vintage that cost hundreds of dollars. This is a delight. We have Ray Stantz and Jail Jaw. And last but not least, Egon Spangler and Sore Throat Ghost. And a little tip for anybody purchasing these, whether you're going to open them or not, or collect them. You see that arch? That's not damaged. Every single one of these cards has that arch. Every single one of these is purchased somewhere else. One was bought online. That's how they're being packaged in their cases. So it's normal and natural for Ghostbuster cards to be arched. And without that out of the way, I'll be right back with these guys out of those arched packages. And here we are, fully revealed. But before we get into anything, one other little tip about collecting these that I wanted to say about the cards, other than the bend. Each one is secured on the bottom 2 corners with a piece of almost it's like cellophane tape, scotch tape. That is normal. That is from factory. I know it may look like someone's repacking it, or maybe the store felt it needed tape because it's fallen off. That is from factory and by design. With that tip out of the way, let's get a look at these guys. We're going to start off with Winston. You see I put his little ghost guy on his head. Seems to be the screen roller. Maybe because he's screaming and he's round and you can roll him around. Huh. His rear elbows are touching each other. But yeah, he fits over a head. He also fits on his weapon. They don't give the weapons names on the packaging, at least. So I'd like to find out about that. But unfortunately, the weapon plus ghost is too heavy for Winston to be supported. And yeah, it's up to the Fright feature. We'll give that twist around head. Now I have to say, big disappointment with this model is the back of his neck here. This area that's revealed when you lift his head. On this model, it's gray, like his suit, where it is in the original, it is colored like his flesh. So that's a big disappointment on this. But I think that's the only and biggest mistake in this line. I unfortunately don't have any of the originals for comparison, but I do have a friend that does, and I did do a comparison in the package, and pretty much these are all spot on. The colors are slightly different on a couple colors, just slightly off. And other than that, his neck being unpainted is pretty much the only big difference in this whole line. Here we have Peter. What did Peter come with? Oh, I don't even know where the card is. Gruesome Twosome, sorry. I don't know why I'm not focusing here. Yeah, Peter. This weird grappling weapon. Here's his fright feature. Opening jaw, hair raising feature, and eye popping. This one's pretty cool. There's this little ghost guy. Of course, they could probably go around the neck as well. It fits on his Ghostbuster weapon. Unfortunately, he is another one that will not stand while holding both weapon and ghost. Well, unless you put it on his neck. I didn't think of that. Yeah, maybe that'll work. Yeah. He stands and you put it on his head. Ray. What is this? Jail Jaw? Jail Jaw. Ray stands in Jail Jaw. He just clips in on there. His horns also allow him to clip onto people's arms. Oop. Apparently not that well. At least to that arm. Jail Jaw. And his fright feature, which is effective, but I always thought looked a little goofy. His hair raises up as well, also making his eyes look bulgier, and his ears pop out. I don't know why the Ghostbusters Fright Feature line, especially this guy and his fancy duds, really remind me of the Crash Test Dummy action figures. I would love to find some of those. Here we have Egon with sore throat, I believe it is. Yes, sore throat. And I guess we can see why. Got a long neck that's been grasped by Egon's weapon there. A little closer look at him. But yeah, I think sharpest dressed man in the group here. And it's nice to have a reissue of this, because even if you have a vintage one, a lot of the ties have broken off. So be careful of that tie. But here's his. Tie raises up, neck raises up, jaw opens. So I think the best looking one out of the bunch, personally, is Egon. But feature wise, I think I like Peter's face the best. And with that, thank you for joining me today. I hope you'll join me again soon. Please know you're all appreciated. I hope you have a very good night.